Pickup trucks are a dominant force in the American automotive industry, loved for their reliability, capabilities, and super practical design. However, not all models deserve the praise. Some are collecting dust at dealer lots instead of racking up miles, thanks to high price tags and underwhelming offerings. Today's video is all about them. The 6 most overpriced pickup trucks that dealers can't sell this year. Buckle up, because the countdown starts right now. Number 6. Jeep Gladiator. When it comes to pickup trucks that are hard to sell and that are piling at dealer lots, the Jeep Gladiator is one of the first models that come to mind. Simply, it ended the last year with just a little bit over 42,000 units sold, compared to nearly 90,000 units sold back in 2021. So what are the reasons for such slow sales? First and foremost, with a starting price of over $38,000, it's one of the most expensive models in the class, and the problem is that you don't get much in return. For that kind of money, you get a pretty basic amount of standard equipment, where a rear view camera is the only standard driver assistance feature. Clearly, the Gladiator is overpriced, and it's not just about the standard equipment. We can also mention the powertrain. Cheaper rivals have mostly switched to Turbo 4 engines, which are not just more fuel efficient, but also offer significantly more low-end torque. The Gladiator's V6 is generally reliable, but not particularly engaging to drive. Another big disappointment is the ride quality. The Gladiator may be an excellent off-roader, but on the road, its manners aren't particularly refined. Instead, the on-road drive is pretty harsh, which comes from the fact that the Gladiator features solid axles on both ends, at a time when most competitors have switched to more advanced solutions, including the multi-link setup found in the current generation Toyota Tacoma. All in all, the Jeep Gladiator isn't a bad truck, it's just that the competition offers more for the money. Number 5. Ram 1500. The Ram 1500 is a household name in the half-ton pickup truck segment, but things haven't been going particularly well these days. Sales are so slow that the market day supply is currently at 166 days, 77% above average. Reportedly, there are nearly 60,000 Ram 1500 pickups that are stuck at dealer lots, waiting to find new owners. There are several reasons why the Ram 1500 is not selling well. Many feel that the new generation didn't bring as much improvement as expected. The new model looks similar both in terms of aesthetics and mechanics, while many potential buyers are not very happy with the fact that the good old Hemi is gone. The new turbo inline 6 is certainly capable, but truckers simply trust the old V8 more. In many ways, the Ram 1500 gives less for the many than the competition. For example, there's the max towing capacity, which is rated at 11,580 pounds. At the same time, both the Ford F-150 and Chevy Silverado 1500 can tow more than 13,000, while the Toyota Tundra is good for 12,000 pounds, meaning that the Ram 1500 is actually the least capable model in the class. At the same time, Ram's half-ton pickup features a higher starting price than pretty much anything in the class, with base models being priced at around $42,000. Not only that, the Ram 1500's price jumps so high that range-topping models are deep into the premium category, pricing-wise, with trim levels like Limited and Longhorn priced at around $78,000, and the Tungsten trim that costs nearly $90,000. Number 4. Ford F-150. Even the great ones struggle sometimes, and that's exactly what's happening with the Ford F-150. The world's most popular pickup truck is selling well, but nowhere near Ford's expectations. If you don't believe us, just consider that the current market day supply is over 130 days, and that there are over 130,000 models stuck on dealer lots, including a couple of thousands of models from 2 years ago. The Ford F-150 doesn't sell as well as expected for a couple of obvious reasons, and one of them is the price, of course, which starts at nearly $40,000. For an average F-150 buyer, that's a little bit too much, considering what this pickup gives in return. Yes, it may feature class-leading towing capacity and come with a broad range of powertrain options, but on the other hand, some things are hard to neglect. First of all, there's the ride quality. Unlike the similarly priced Ram 1500, the F-150 doesn't feature a particularly refined suspension setup. Instead, leaf springs are still on the rear end, which makes the ride quite bouncy and unrefined. Also, the F-150 doesn't feature the best built cabin design around. Most areas in the cabin are wrapped with hard plastics and other low-rent materials, and if you want to get something fancier, then you need to pay pretty hefty prices, because the range-topping models are usually in the mid-$70,000s, let alone the Raptor and Raptor R trims, whereas the latter cost nearly $110,000. Number 3. GMC Sierra. Another pickup truck that suffers from oversupply is the GMC Sierra 1500. So big, there are nearly 50,000 trucks stuck at dealer lots, with a market day supply of over 120 days. Apparently, the problem is so big that GMC dealers are forced to offer 0% financing for 36 months, plus up to $5,000 in cash discounts, while lease deals are equally attractive. The Sierra starts at around $38,000, and while they may sound like a typical price for an entry-level half-ton pickup truck, the thing is that buyers don't get much for that kind of money. Actually, base Sierra is, for some reason, still equipped with the old cabin design from the previous generation. Add to that a relatively small 7-inch touchscreen, and it's pretty clear why many consider the GMC Sierra 1500 overpriced. So if you want to get something nicer looking, something that aligned with Sierra's attractive exterior, you'll have to pay significantly more. The cheapest version with the more modern cabin and more standard equipment is priced at nearly $49,000, which definitely is a bit of a price upgrade that makes most feel that GMC is overcharging its pickup. Besides the interior design issue and the fact that Sierra 1500 looks cheap for the money, there's also the matter of ride quality, which is a little bit harsh and bumpy, while range-topping models, like the Denali and Denali Ultimate, escalate with price really fast. Number 2. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Although it came before Maverick, Hyundai's compact pickup never caught the momentum like the Maverick did. Simply, in the class of vehicles where affordable prices are the key word, the Santa Cruz comes with a noticeably higher sticker price compared to Ford's pickup, but it doesn't feel like it gives more for the money. For example, there's the matter of powertrain, whereas Hyundai's pickups come with not particularly engaging naturally aspirated inline-4. It's not particularly powerful, nor the fuel economy is great, especially if we compare it with the Maverick's hybrid version, which returns quite an impressive 36 miles per gallon combined. Things seem even worse when we take the optional Turbo 4 into account. That one offers pretty impressive performance, but it costs a lot, as the cheapest model with this engine upgrade goes around $40,000. On the contrary, the Ford Maverick comes with a Turbo 4 as standard, with a significantly lower price tag, and that would be around $27,000. It's pretty clear why many see the Santa Cruz as an overpriced pickup. The Santa Cruz stands out with its sleek modern design approach, but that brings its own specific limitations. For example, it's less generous with rear seat legroom than the Maverick, while the cargo bed is shorter. For many potential buyers, the fact that there's no dedicated off-road version is a bit of a letdown too. Number 1. Ford F-150 Lightning. The Ford F-150 Lightning is the absolute champion of low demand. No one feels particularly enthusiastic about the all-electric F-150 anymore. Things are so bad that not only that these electric trucks piling up on dealer lots, sometimes these don't even make it to the dealers because dealers don't want to mess with such a tough sell. It's gone to the point that the Blue Oval Company is now paying dealers between $1,000 and $1,500 just to order the electric truck. The situation was so bad that Ford eventually decided to stop production until it sold out the remaining supply. As an all-electric truck, it's pretty clear that the F-150 Lightning can't be cheap. Its price starts at almost $50,000, and for that kind of money, you get a pickup that's inferior to the gas-only version in pretty much every aspect that matters. First of all, it can't tow as much as the combustion version. Second, the max range may look decent enough on paper, but real-world experience taught us that's almost impossible to get close to the claimed autonomy. Moreover, recent studies show that battery electric trucks are quite vulnerable to the demanding tasks in the way that, for example, the max range gets cut by half or more when towing. With all this taken into account, it's pretty clear that traditional truck drivers don't value the all-electric F-150 particularly high, simply for what it gives in return, and that's no more than mediocre capabilities. The Lightning costs way too much, and until the price goes down significantly, we're pretty sure that the demand will remain as low as it is today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.